This week's feast.
Herring pie from KIKI'S delivery service. KIKI'S delivery service is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Wow, I feel like you say that every time.
No, it really is. I've seen all of Miyazaki's movies, and this one holds a very special place in my heart. It's a coming-of-age story of a young girl, a young witch, trying her life out in a new world, and has Gigi, the cutest cat character in the world.
So it's Kiki and her cat Gigi.
Yep.
Aww,
Yeah,
that's kinda cute.
and then Tombo, that's me.
Hey, Tombo.
Yeah, I'm kind of
You're Jimbo.
Yeah, Jimbo. But in the movie, she makes this delicious pot pie. Well, she is going to deliver this pot pie to someone,
Right.
and it looks incredible, and she has to go through a lot of trials and tribulations to get there. So this has been one of our very requested feasts from the beginning.
Yep,
The
so we're
very,
so
very beginning.
excited to finally bring it to y'all.
Yeah, and you did a great job coming up with the recipe as
Thank
well,
you,
Ashley.
Lynn.
It's a
Yeah.
good one. I promise.
It's so good. It turned out amazing, and we know that you guys are gonna love it. You're gonna love eating it. You're gonna love making it. There's also a creative aspect to it, as you guys know, that looks so cool.
It has all the makings of a perfect feast.
Yes, so let's get started.
You can use any kind of white fish for this pot pie, so here we've got 2 herring fillets in a pan that we've covered with heavy whipping cream and white cooking wine. Bring the mixture to a boil and cover and let cook for another 7 or so minutes until the fish is firm. Remove it from the mixture, drain the liquid, and set it aside. Take your fish and break it into small bite-sized chunks. Now for the rest of the pot pie filling. Sauté onions and garlic in a pot with some salt and pepper until they become translucent. Then pour your white wine and whipping cream mixture on top and bring it all to a boil. Add flour and whisk continuously to turn your liquid into a gravy. Add in your chopped carrots, squash, corn, mushrooms, and dill. Continue stirring and mixing, adding salt and pepper to taste. Finally, add in the little chunks of fish and carefully stir to evenly distribute it. Cover this mixture and allow to cook until the mushrooms become translucent, about 5 minutes. Pour this all into a casserole dish and crack an egg into the mixture and stir throughout. Now the magic of a dish like this is the cute little fish pattern on top, so roll out pre-bought puff pastry and cut a small fish shape out like this. Using a knife, carefully work your way around and score in the fins. On a separate piece of puff pastry dough, cut out the little side fins and gills and carefully apply using a beaten egg yolk and brush. Do the same for the eyeball. Finally, cut long strips from your remaining puff pastry dough. Use a brush to coat the edges of your casserole dish all the way around, then lay an entire sheet of puff pastry on top, working around the edges to press it down with your fingers, then using a knife or scissors to trim the excess dough. Use a brush to apply the strips in a diagonal fashion across the top, then carefully place your fish design in the middle of it all. Coat the strips and fish with an egg wash and place olives cut in half around the entire thing. Almost done. Bake in an oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 30 minutes or until the top becomes a golden brown. And voila, you've made yourself an authentic herring pie from KIKI'S delivery service. Although, to be honest, I'd rather not have to deliver this to anyone but myself. Yes, that's right. That's my belly calling in a DoorDash order. Bon appetit.
All right, here it is. Look at this.
It's so pretty. You
Fish
did
pot
such
pie.
a good job on the fish.
When I first saw the movie, I thought it was a literal fish on the top, and I was like, how did they do that?
Like that. Oh, wow.
But it's actually, you just make it out of puff pastry. So it was an awesome, awesome little recipe.
Yes,
And
it was.
it smells so good.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it.
We should dig right in then.
Let's try it. Oh, that looks good
That's
on
the
the
guts.
inside.
Guts.
The guts look good.
All right,
All right,
ready?
moment of truth.
Cheers. Oh man, look at all this goodness. Mmm. This is delicious.
Wow. Fish pot pie.
Wow. And the olive gives a little nice little touch to it too.
I really like the butternut squash add.
It definitely is excellent for wintertime too. Pot pies, I love pot pies.
It's cool because usually there's potato in pot pie, and the butternut squash is kind of like that substitute.
And normally you have chicken pot pie, but with fish, this tastes great.
So good.
It doesn't throw it off in the way that I thought it might originally. Because
No.
when you say fish pot pie, I'm like, fishy taste in the pot pie? I don't know about that. But this,
So good.
This is one of our most requested feasts of all time, actually.
Really?
Yeah, since the beginning, because it's a very iconic scene in the movie. It's a really, really like nice moment for Kiki as well, and like a lot of things come to culmination for her at this point in the movie. So, good job, Ash.
Good job, Lim.
What a great recipe.
That needed hot sauce and a bit money.
But without all of that, this was still delicious, so flavorful, really
gosh.
warms the belly.
Yes, you guys are gonna love this.
Yeah, you definitely should try it out. You don't have to cut out the fish and do the design and all that stuff either. Just the base recipe with the little puff pastry on top is gonna be awesome.
Yep.
Your family will love it.
Yep. And it's kind of based off of like a European pot pie recipe too.
Yeah. And this
So-
movie takes place technically in
Sweden. So we tried to get as close as we could.
Yeah,
But
I think we
we nailed
job.
it.
Yeah, this is an old granny's recipe, and so
Yeah.
it feels like it's been through many years and many iterations, and they did a pretty darn good job. All right. Well, that wraps up this week's episode. Thank you so much, as always.
Yes.
Leave a comment in the comment section below. That's where we get our ideas from. That's
Yes.
why we made this pot pie for you today,
That is.
and we want to keep making it for you in the future.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.